everybody, Drew Dosek here with Verified Investing. Today we've got some commodity charts to go over. I know we've had a big move in gold, silver, oil's starting to come back in, so we're going to break down each one of those charts, plus throw in nat gas, as that's looking like it's coiling, getting ready for a potential breakout. So let's jump into the charts, take a look at this price action. First off, let's look at U.S. oil. You can see here U.S. oil most recently, as you see here on this price action at the middle part of August. Notice how when we went up to attack this declining trend line, we hit it 2 days in a row, then just faded with this trend line before breaking out and confirming with this extended move. Now we have price on U.S. oil coming back down for my trademark breakout retrace bounce play. So at $80.53, you can anticipate price action catching support on the chart of U.S. oil and then potentially bouncing to push up to the next key resistance here at $96.44. With the tensions going on over in the Middle East, there's sanctions that have been placed. There's also news today saying that the Strait has all of its mines taken out, and the U.S. is going to allow shipping. However, with the technicals on the chart, this is all foreshadowed, as we should have price come right back down to this declining trend line and catch support at $80.53 and then bounce on up potentially as high as this next key resistance at $96.44. Next up into nat gas. You can see here nat gas has been doing a great job ever since here on Monday, August 10th, when price got back above this key level at $2.75. And when it did so, notice this consolidation that's occurring since then. All very nice bullish consolidation following a V-shaped recovery on that chart. We've got a key threshold to get over at $2.90. We've had price both on Wednesday, the 19th of August, and Monday, the 24th of August, get very, very close to touching and testing those ranges. But then you can see price has simply rejected it. Now we have price navigating back up to the high range of the consolidation again today. I'm anticipating this bullish consolidation to result in a break above this $2.90 level into the next key level of resistance just over $3 at $3.04. Next up into gold, guys. Gold has been the inflow of capital, has seen a ton of inflow of capital, mainly because of the currency debasement trade with Debasement basically artificially saving the yield curve. And in doing so, what happens with that is that folks fear that they're going to have their fiat currencies, thus the US dollar, devalued with this sort of maneuvering to artificially maintain and lower that yield curve. So that's what's really kick-started some interest in gold last week, pushing gold up through these previous levels of resistance, which are now support isolated on your screen. And now we're starting to settle out right on top of $4,575. If I zoom into the hourly time frame, you can see this pivot that occurred here on Monday. Since that point, this Monday pivot at 8 p.m., this is all hourly bearish consolidation. So yes, we are consolidating up here, but this is in a bearish manner for the near term on the hourly time frame, implying we're likely are going to have price come back down and test at least this $4,576 level of support before we push up higher on the chart. So be looking for a near-term drop in gold, and if this level breaks its support, we're coming all the way back down here to $4,300 on the chart. So something to be mindful for gold. However, I just see what's going on now, where the devaluing of our currency is certainly increasing the opportunities and increasing my interest into the precious metals, far so before I believe that they should have bottomed near the $3,500 level, especially on gold. But we haven't gotten there yet. Got a kickstart with our government helping to push up the price of gold. So any sort of pullbacks, in my opinion, are buying opportunities for gold on the long haul. Next chart up, silver. Now silver, much like on gold, has received an awful lot of interest over the past couple weeks, but this was somewhat foreshadowed too when silver started breaking out here on August 5th from this declining trend line and then put in beautiful bullish consolidation here starting the week of August 12th. In a sense, resulted in a breakout. That's what should have happened with that bullish momentum gaining traction and then breaking out, going to the next resistance level at 67.99. And now that we have comfortably traded on top of that, that is now the near-term support. You can even see price pierce that level today and bounce right up. The more and more we hit that level, the weaker it will become as support. So if you're bull on silver, you want to see price get away from 67.99 and not come back and hit it anytime soon. Go back up to the 72.07, this other resistance level, and start consolidating there. That would imply we're going to go higher. Whenever you consolidate on top of a level of support, it implies it could break to go under. Now notice back here, you could see how this consolidation mainly took place above the trend line. You see, and it was a comfortable space above, except for these 2 days in which price retraced and bounced and moved up over. I would rather prefer to see that sort of consolidation on top of this support, not with price continually hitting it throughout the consolidation, which will then weaken the support. Hopefully you understand the differences there, and they're key minor nuances, but it really does help stack probabilities in your favor whenever you're trying to analyze if there's more juice in the stock and or commodity to push up higher on the charts, or if it's starting to lose steam. And one of the ways to do that is what I just walked you through, and how price consolidates in and around support and resistance levels. All right, guys, that wraps up today's Pro Charts videos on commodities. A hot commodity, no doubt about it, over the last couple weeks. So great to go through that. Looks like some of the investment interest in silver and gold is at least tapering for now, but could obviously be reignited. So take any sort of pullbacks, as I've outlined on the charts, as some buying opportunities to pick back up some of these precious metals, as I anticipate eventually they will be going much, much, much higher on the charts. It's just all about your time horizon and how long you want to hold your investment in those precious metals. Thanks again for watching. My name here is Drew with Verified Investing. We got a lot of these pro chart videos available for you, so sit around, make yourself comfortable, enjoy the extra TA, and learn for your upcoming trades. All right, guys, thanks again for watching. Have a fantastic day, and we'll see you on the charts next time. Take care, folks.